Hello everyone, in this video we are going to discuss about chapter 5, that is life cycle interpretation, reporting and critical review. For the discussion today, I am going to cover the two subtopics under chapter 5, which is 5.3 Techniques for an result analysis and 5.5.4 Reporting. Our first and foremost topic we are going to discuss is 5.3.1, which is scientific background. LCA is often regarded as a support for decision making between product comparison and optimization. For an example, in a simpler way to say, in this slide, I am using LCA as scientific background to compare the Android phone with the iPhone by stating some scientific facts and choosing the optimization of the product. And this following comparison and optimization is applied in the context of the environmental pillar of sustainability that will covers economic, environmental and social. Let's we talk about scientific background under ISO 14040. In this following list, direct application of an LCA, however, not part of the standard, and the following applications are product development and improvement, strategy planning, public policy making, and marketing. For all the applications which are product development and improvement, strategy planning, public policy making, and marketing, all of these applications may steer decisions even if those exclusively depend on results of an LCA only in rare cases, and it is therefore advantageous to formulate results as quantitatively as possible and to indicate uncertainties of data and technologies. And this problem was already observed by Setek and several authors at the time when the LCA standardization was still in process. In this shows the first round of standardization, which is ISO 14040 to ISO 14043, that is year in 1997 to 2000. The quality-oriented method development became under the slogan uncertainty and established working field. The consensus methodological objectives that lies on these are selection of system boundaries, allocation rules, impact categories and indicators, that is including weighting factors if present, and lastly the underlying framework of values. Data is the best suited for a mathematical examination, whereas the influence of assumptions is best evaluated by alternative scenarios in the form of sensitivity analysis. Next, we are going to talk about 5.3.2, which is mathematical methods. There is 5 numerical types of analysis that suited for data analysis in the interpretation phase, which are contribution analysis, perturbation analysis, uncertainty analysis, comparative analysis, discernibility analysis. And we are going to discuss these all 5 numerical types of analysis by one. For the first analysis, which is contribution analysis. Contribution analysis generally serves the quantitative determination of parts to the total result. For LCA, this may imply determining the contribution of one or some life cycle section to an impact category. And this approach is often called as sectoral analysis too. The contribution analysis is suitable for a variety of objectives, both on the level of inventory and impact of assessment, with or without normalization, that also followed by weighting factors if required. Graphical representation should be handled with pie charts, and this is not suitable for negative entries resulting from credit entries for the bar diagrams. Next analysis we are going to talk is perturbation analysis. Perturbation analysis is related to sensitivity analysis but mathematically more exactly defined. The impact of marginal alteration of LCA input parameters is quantitatively examined. That is called as marginal analysis. It can be determined on how sensitively the calculated results react to uncertainties of input parameters. Hence, it can be deduced which input parameters require great precision and which are suitable for estimated values. And one of the advantages of using perturbation analysis is it can conducted with every LCA, but the disadvantage is it will demand the time. The next analysis is uncertainty analysis. Uncertainty analysis is a systematic analysis of the propagation of input uncertainties to output uncertainties at which preferably Monte Carlo simulations are applied. However, it is only applicable for normal distribution inputs with average value and standard deviation, which are possible along with even distribution with highest or lowest value. A graphical representation is best suited for this type of analysis. Next, we are going to discuss about comparative analysis. Comparative analysis covers the systematic simultaneous listing of product systems alternatives. Since the most common application of LCA is targeted towards a comparison of product systems, this method is particularly important. A comparative analysis can be made at all levels of results, which are inventory, characterization, normalization, and weighting factors if required. For this purpose, absolute values are on a percentage basis with the highest value corresponding to 100% can be used. This analysis is used in interpretation phase, and a critical analysis should be made as to whether the first impression complies with the data analysis. And the final type of analysis is discernibility. Discernibility analysis is special relevance in comparative LCAs as well, that especially in the case where several product systems need to be compared. It is used for qualitative statements. A qualitative statement like product A is significantly better concerning the product than product B in the consumption of fossil resources. And this is one example of qualitative statements. It tends to combine comparative and uncertainty analysis too. A quantitative methods also can be done in this analysis. And now we are moving further to 5.3.3, which is non-numerical methods. Why does non-numerical method is considered as important as numerical methods? This is because mathematical methods cannot solve problems that result from value choices, and non-numerical methods also used because verbal argumentative interpretation of quantitative and semi-quantitative results are mainly part of numerical methods. It is often very difficult to provide numerical limits, therefore non-numerical methods is best suited. And finally, we are moving toward the last subtopic of our discussion, which is 5.4 reporting. In this, we are going to talk about ISO 14040. The LCA framework ISO 14040 states that a reporting strategy is an integral part of an LCA. An effective report should be address different phases of the study, results and conclusions of the LCA in an adequate form to the intended audience, addressing the data, methods and assumptions in the study and the limitations thereof. Let's talk about standard ISO 14044 into a little bit more detail. The standard ISO 14044 provides detailed regulation concerning reporting, which is under section 5.2 and 5.3. Detailed regulation should be considered. Third parties are interested parties decide the commissioner and practitioner of the study. It states that the report to the third parties can be based on a documentation of the study, which may contain confidential data and as such cannot be made accessible. This is an important task of the critical review, which must state that non-published data are accessible to the reviewers for the study. If the report is not regarded as a document but as a scientific technical publication, the principles of scientific perception of knowledge as well as publication conventions apply in addition to the rules defined by the step. Therefore, the hypotheses and theories have to be formulated in such way as to be eligible for false fiction. For an illustration of the report, an attractive graphical representation should be avoided. Since we understand about the subtopics, let's you all join me to answer this simple quiz. How will decision making using LCA often happen? It is by A. By product comparison, B. By product optimization, C. By product comparison and optimization, and D. None of the above. Okay, let's see the answer together. The correct answer is C. It is by product comparison and optimization. This is because decision makers are often aware about product comparison and its optimum level to compete with other company products in order to increase their own product demand from consumers. That's all for today. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like my video.